Alright, today I'm going to show you how to take an ordinary useless Xbox and turn it into a wireless controller receiver for your computer. All you need is one Xbox that you really don't care about anymore, a good soldering iron with controllable temperature helps, and some good soldering skills. This little guy here really helped because those little things you gotta solder onto are tiny. First thing you want to do is take this guy off of here. They use these tiny little Torx screws. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen Torx before, but you need either a special screwdriver or you might get lucky and find an Allen key that fits, because they're both 6 stars. 6-sided hex for an Allen key, 6 stars for a screwdriver. Allen keys sometimes work. Anywho, take those 3 screws off, one from there, there, and there, and it should just easily pop out of that little socket like a regular old USB. I wish it was a regular old USB, but it's not. And you're going to be soldering to the other side of that. USBs only really need 4 connections, and I used a diode because the original instructions I found called for that. But the original instructions had no audio except for a really crappy song playing, so I figured to make my own. Hopefully when you strip your USB cable it'll be color-coded, but if it's anything like mine, each individual strand will be doubled up with some kind of plastic thread. I just used a lighter to burn all that thread off, and then some sandpaper to clean out the remaining thread strands. And because they were too difficult to work with and still not very good at picking up solder, I decided to solder them to some solid core wire, which is much easier to work with. I cut the little ends of the solid core wire to pointed tips to make them even smaller. And as you can see, it's not the best solder job, but these are tiny, tiny little dots, and you just got to be really good at soldering, or hope and pray that you've got a better soldering iron tip than I do. If you can get one that's smaller than this, you might have a bit more luck than I did. So once you have your 4 color-coded cables soldered onto the pins as shown here, make sure you use any old kind of 5-volt diode to get the red to pin 1. I used a 1N4004. Pretty much any of the 1N400 series will work.